Hello folks, my name is Mark, this is Why I Hate the World. How you guys doing? So, as a lot of you no doubt have heard, there's going to be a new Thundercats cartoon in 2019. And it looks like they've kind of given it the Teen Titans Go treatment. You know, it's going to be very cutesy and stuff like that. It kind of looks like OKKO. I don't know if you've seen that show. That's what the art style looks like to me. And a lot of Thundercats fans out here in geekdom have kind of lost their minds over it, and all day on YouTube all I'm seeing are reaction videos, of why everybody thinks it's gonna be the worst thing fucking ever. And to be honest, I don't really care about this so much. I never really was a big Thundercats fan, right? I was a small child in the 80s and I did watch the show. All right, I'm not gonna say I didn't watch it, because I did. It came on every day after school, and it had probably the best animation out of all of the old 80s properties, It had way better than like He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers. I mean, shit, miles above fucking He-Man. I mean, to be honest though, as a kid, I watched the show, but I didn't really buy the toys, because the toys were kind of dumb. And I thought Thundercats was basically a fucking, second-rate He-Man ripoff. Right? So as you can see behind us, I'm a pretty big Masters of the Universe fan. I got all the toys and shit. Right? 3 shelves of them actually. And that was more my thing as a kid, He-Man. So yeah, I kind of liked it, but not that much, and I'm not as emotionally invested in it as a lot of people seem to be. I do have a couple of the stuff, some of the newer toys and things. But anyway, it doesn't really, it doesn't wound me in the same way, I guess, as someone who's a major fan. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing it, and I'll tell you why. A lot of people are mad because they gave it the Teen Titans Go treatment. They made it cute, right? They made it funny. But two things. Number one, they already did a show in 2011 that was a lot more serious, and it actually had a toy line and all that stuff, and the animation was way serious, and it was a really good show, and nobody watched it. It bombed, right? It got 1 season, and and it was like, oh well, that's gone. So they already tried that, so they want to bring it back again. They gave it the cutesy treatment, so let's give this a shot. And because the thing is that it's an undeniable fact that Teen Titans Go is a gigantic moneymaker for Cartoon Network, right? I don't know if you've seen Cartoon Network, but they play it like 24/7, and it's because it's popular, right? Because the kids love it, because ultimately this is, children's entertainment. Personally, I think Teen Titans Go is fucking brilliant. It's funny as hell, it's subversive, right? It takes the fucking criticism and from the haters and just brushes it off, and even lashes back out at them in certain episodes and stuff like that, and tells you where you can go stick it. And seriously, I think the shit's fucking awesome. So we'll see. But here's the thing about it, and why I don't want to instantly discount it, right? Because a lot of people out there are criticizing it and saying, oh, they took something that was serious and they're making it goofy and blah, 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 blah. Well, a lot of the properties out there that, if you're into this stuff like me, right, if you're into cartoons and comic books and anime and video games and shit like that, then you've probably seen that a lot of the franchises that define these things have gone through several iterations in and of themselves. And a lot of those interpretations tend to be cute. Things like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. Well, it started off as Dragon Ball, which was like, a fucking cute kids show, right? Goku would fight talking fucking rabbits and shit, and like Frankensteins and stuff like that. And then it turned into like this more mature show where like people would, get blown up in fucking nuclear explosions and everything, right? But that's, that's how it started, right? And a lot of franchises have gone through that kind of phase. Gundam has, super deformed Gundam. Godzilla had a kid show. Even like Western franchises, things like Transformers, Transformers Rescue Bots, right? Transformers Animated. See, people said the same shit about Transformers Animated. That's actually a really good show. If you haven't seen it, and you're into, and you're into you want some transforming stuff that isn't too heavy, check it out. You know, I actually recommend that show, right? So it's like, it's not like we haven't seen this kind of thing. And I mean, shit, comics is filled with this kind of stuff. You know, you have like Marvel, you know, the little Marvel kids and that kind of thing. And so it's very like, it's just introducing these characters, the Thundercats, to a new generation of kids who, when they grow up and then they get nostalgia dollars, will go and buy some other interpretation of it when they reboot it again. You know, seems to be that they just like everything just gets rebooted every 5 to 10 years, over and over and over. So Thundercats comes out, it doesn't do too well. Give it 5 or 6 years, reboot it again, bring it back in another interpretation, and there's really nothing wrong with that at all. So ultimately, folks, you know, if you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it. Right? No one's putting a gun to your head to make you fucking watch it, because and tell them what you do want. You know, like go online and make comments and send emails and shit and like, you know, support with your dollars the things that you do like, right? And who knows, maybe someday in you know, in the far future, you know, 5 to 10 years from now, they might reboot it again. They might give it the Voltron, you know, Defender treatment that you see on Netflix. That's a really good show aimed at adults, right? Maybe we'll get a Thundercats like that too someday. Anyway, that's all I got. Adios, folks.